Hello everybody and welcome back to Spelunky once again. We're back in the mines, doing the daily challenge again, because why not? I'm kind of hyped up, I feel like I'm kind of hyped up for Spelunky today, I don't know why. But I'm feeling a little refreshed. Yeah, the game can get a little monotonous at times. Like, obviously, any game you play, like, every week, it gets a little monotonous. But I'm feeling pretty good about it today. Also, shit. Well, that wasn't a good run. I literally looked for like half a second. I went to look at my OBS, and that was a fatal mistake. I looked because you can probably hear the wind. It's a very windy day, so I apologize. It is incredibly windy. So I'm sure that you can hear that. Okay. Well, so let's just jump into the regular game then. You'll just have to mind the wind. I put on my iconic sound filter, whatever it's called, isolation shield. So hopefully it's not too bad. I don't know if that crate's worth it. Okay, it definitely wasn't. I don't know what I was thinking just standing there. Whoops. I beat the final boss of Toho Luna Nights last night. So maybe that's part of why I'm so hyped up. It's like, yeah, I'm good at 2D games. I can do this. I can beat Spelunky easy. Toho Luna Nights is a great game, by the way. You'll be able to watch that on Fiery Plays in like a year. Whatever the heck it comes out finally. Sometimes it sucks. Because it's like, man, it's like, yeah, the audience won't be able to watch this for like so long. Like, that's crazy. But I don't know. It is what it is. It's just the way that we record stuff and wanting to have like a bulk. Like, I don't know, if I did like an episode a day or something, then maybe I could come out. But I don't know. I like to have the bulk and put it out twice a week. I think is it's a good amount of content. Yeah, that was dumb. Oh. I like hesitated there. But yeah, Luna Nights is really good. I'm honestly kind of excited to replay because I think it has, I think PT said it has New Game Plus, which is very exciting. Because I don't think I've ever played like a Metroidvania. Oh, I don't think I've ever played. Okay. That was silly. I don't think I've ever played a Metroidvania that had a New Game Plus though. Because I don't think any of the... Do any of the 2D Metroids have that? Maybe Dread does. I'm not sure. Maybe that's something they added. I don't know, but I don't... I've never actually replayed a Metroid game. Because that's the only Metroidvanias I played. Or I think are like just the 2D Metroids. I don't think I've played any others. Well, Blaster Master Zero was another one that I've played. I think that's a Metroidvania. Yeah, that's a Metroidvania. And Shantae. Does Shantae have New Game Plus? I don't think so. Not I have Genie Hero, at least. No, it does, I think. I just don't remember. It's been a while since I played Shantae. Should replay Shantae. I should do that. Should do that like on the solo stuff even. But maybe I shouldn't overindulge in Metroidvanias because I just play Total Luna Nights. But they're so fun. I don't. They're so addicting. I really love the genre. Even though I've only played like a handful. Oh frick. But yeah, New Game Plus like in a Metroidvania setting sounds exciting to me. Because like I said, I don't think the Metroids have that. And if they do, I never played it. I've never actually replayed a Metroid game fully. Like I played Zero Mission. That was the first one I played. I did technically start a second playthrough of Zero Mission when it released on Switch, but I haven't continued that. I haven't continued that yet. So I don't know if it has New Game Plus, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I've never replayed Metroid 2, although I'm pretty sure AM2R, I mean, that has to have New Game Plus, right? That has like a billion cool features. I'm sure it has New Game Plus somewhere. But I'm not sure. I know it has a built-in randomizer, which is also kind of exciting. Yeah, I don't know if Fusion would have it. I think if any Metroid game, any official Metroid game has a New Game Plus, it's probably Dread. Because that has a couple... I mean, that has like Dread mode. But I don't know if it has New Game Plus or anything like that. Well, that kind of just screwed me, didn't it? See, I don't know where the Doge is, which is... Because I feel like it's... it's right over there. Okay, see, that was a waste of bombs. The Doge isn't over, the funny Doge isn't over there. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think Total Luna Nights does have New Game Plus, which is cool. So I'm excited to do that. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right away, right off the rip, or later. That could also be another fun game to play on the solo Let's Play. Like a second round. Like, I could play it on the Fiery Plays and then do it again. I don't know. I feel like a lot of games could benefit from New Game Plus modes, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. But I really like... Wait, did I not find the dog? Where is it? I really like New Game Plus as a concept. I think a lot of games would benefit from having it. Not that it's, like, necessary. But, you know, it... Oh, I've put myself into a corner here. I need to rope up. That's fine. Like, I don't know, there's something very novel, right, about... Because, like, obviously New Game Plus breaks a lot of games. It would break a lot of games that you tried to... Oh, that's not good. Okay, we cannot set that off. New Game Plus would break a lot of games that you tried to... I thought that one was already activated. I'm a chud. It would break it, but I also think that it would add a novel experience to a lot of games. Despite the fact that, again, like, obviously you break it, but... Like, because you can always play the game normally anyway. If I was smart, I would have set that sploder off. I'm not going back up there now. It's fine. And that's just something in general, and maybe I've already talked about this. I feel like I've talked about, like, cheat codes, at least, on one of the solo Let's Plays, but I wish more games let you just, like, once you beat the game just let you, like, just do whatever. It's like, break it however you please, you know? It's like, give me New Game Plus, give me crazy, stupid, overpowered, like, cheats, and, like, broken weapons to play with, or whatever. I just think it's fun. And it makes for, like, fun little ways to just go back and experience the game. You know, I love... And I've definitely talked about this before, I think. But I love, like, going back through the Halo games and playing with skulls. The Sputnik skull's really fun to play with. I really like the bandana skull, because that... it kind of breaks the combat flow, right? But at the same time, it's like, that doesn't really matter. I played the original Halos a billion times. This is just a new, like, interesting, fun way to play it. And you also have, like, other skulls that, like, work against you. It's gonna make it more challenging in that way, but I don't know. I feel like I don't love that a lot of things often serve to make something more challenging. It's like we could also put in stuff to serve to make the thing less challenging but more, I don't know, funny or interesting. I don't know. I just think it's neat, and I like New Game Plus because I like doing exactly that. I like breaking stuff and just running through. I think it's good fun. I guess, like, if you have a game that's, like, level-based, you can risk, like, completely destroying it. Because if you level up too much, then it's like, well, now it's not challenging, like, at all. And you do want a little bit of challenge. Like, even, I'm not the type of person who loves challenge, but I do like it. You know, I'm more than happy playing a game that just gives me, like, you know, superpowers, and I'm like invincible, and I can do whatever I want. You know, that's why I play a lot of games on easy mode, because I like that feeling. But at the same time, I do want, like, some semblance of a challenge, or, like, I want, you know, at least an illusion of it, I should say. I dropped my water bottle cap. Because that's why I like something like, and this is something I can talk about when I eventually get to Let's Playing the game, but that's why I like something like Pikmin 3, for instance. Despite how easy that game is, and it can be a little irritating. A little too easy at times. But that's why I can still play a game like that a billion times over, because the enemies still put up a fight, or at least, you know, an illusion of it. It's not completely brainless, unless you're like an actual super expert speedrunner. Then it gets pretty brainless, I guess. But then I guess when you're speedrunning, you have your own self-imposed challenges that you can think about. But anyway, that's why I can still play something like that over and over. Or like something like playing Halo games on easy over and over. It's because the enemies still put up enough of a fight where it's not, like, completely brain dead. You know, I have played games where I try to play, like, I play on the easy mode because I like easy mode. And then it's like, well, this is, like, actually so brainlessly easy mode that I'm not having fun. You know, when the enemies don't put up any semblance of a challenge at all, that's when it does get a little unfun. You know, something like Halo, for instance, the enemies still dynamically react to you and everything, and you know, it's still fun. Something like a Xenoblade game as well. You make a Xenoblade game easy, no fun, because you know it just becomes too easy. The enemies just kind of sit there and do nothing, and I don't like that. Crap. Hit the A button. I don't know. Difficulty is a weird thing. But anyway, that's why I said I like... Like in a game like a Metroidvania, for instance. sounds really cool because you unlock all this stuff. But the issue with, and like I think I've talked about this with like Pikmin 4, for instance. The issue with unlocking stuff in a game is that inevitably you unlock something like at the end of the game. Like Pikmin 4, there are upgrades in that game that you don't get until like the very, very end of the game. Like literally, if you're like me and you're 100%ing an area, you know, as you go, I 100% every area as I get them and I clear them out. If you do that, you don't get all the upgrades. Like you get the final upgrade, I think, like at the final dungeon, like after you beat the final dungeon. And it's like you can like do the Dandori challenges again and use those new abilities to get better times. But it's like I want to use those abilities like in the main game, and that's why I was a big proponent for a long time of Pikmin 4 should add New Game Plus, and they finally did, and I haven't played it. But you know, it's why I think it is very appealing. Like, lets you run through an entire game with all those upgrades you worked hard to collect. I don't know. I could talk about that more, I guess, when I killed the Firefly. When I actually play like a game that warrants that discussion. I don't know. Crap. Oh. Okay, we made a swift enough exit. That's all right. And I guess that's kind of the appeal of roguelikes in a lot of ways, isn't it? Like I've seen out Spelunky, but a lot of them have that kind of thing where New Game Plus, quote unquote, is like baked into the game. Like you do a run, you unlock stuff, and then you do another run with that stuff you unlocked. I don't know how you do that with Spelunky, but it sounds fun on paper. Like if you could, I don't know. Like again, it wouldn't really make sense for Spelunky, but I feel like it would be like a novel way to play the game. If you could just like run through with all sorts of, like you get whatever weapon you wanted and just kind of breeze through. Like that sounds fun as like, you know, maybe an optional way to play the game. But I don't think that is a thing, and I don't know if they added that in like Spelunky 2 either, or anything. Because again, I mean, it is like it does run antithetical to Spelunky's whole design philosophy. But I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that's like something they should have done. I'm just saying that it sounds like a neat way to experience it if it existed. I mean, you know, you could probably mod it. LMAO. You could probably mod it. I feel like this game is pretty moddable. I think I saw. Yeah, I think it was Doug was playing Spelunky one time, and he had like a mod that made the character into Kirby, which is cool. You know, if I played Spelunky on PC, I probably would get some fun mods. Maybe one day. Maybe if this series goes on long enough. Eventually, maybe I'll start up a PC file, and we can just, like, mod the heck out of it. Spelunky modded. That'd be a fun little mini-series. I don't know. But that's, like, a million... So, actually, you know what? That's not, like, entirely unfeasible. But maybe we'll save that till after we beat Spelunky, at least. Because, I mean, Spelunky's not a very intensive game. You could probably mod it pretty easily. Alright, I mean, my PC could probably run it pretty easily. I mean, it's not like a terrible PC. You can run stuff like Halo, so sure it could run Spelunky. See, I've got myself in a corner here. Are we really already at 20 minutes? Sometimes, like, these recordings feel like they take forever, and then other times it feels like it's like 5 minutes has passed and already it's 20 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I don't want to mess with those tiki traps. And they're not tikis. They're like totems or whatever. No! Don't do this to me. Stupid funny monkey. Okay. Huh. That might be the win right there. That might be the goal right down there. Although the damsel's like that way, I think. Since we don't technically have the bombs, I just don't want to use them. Another bomb section. This guy scares me, so I'm gonna blast him. We certainly got ourselves into quite a little maze down here, haven't we? Shit, dude, that's like the worst thing I could have done. I wanted to get that thingy. I don't know if I can. Do I? I'll just use another bomb because I want that thing. I want the money. I know realistically I don't like need it. I'm just greedy. You know, and after all this time, I only just now realized, like, we've only ran into the ghost, like, once or twice this entire playthrough, haven't we? Oh, this misinput's gonna kill me. Okay, I'm safe. Stupid frog. Really? How did that even... What happened there? I think I bounced on the guy's head, and then the frog jumped into me. But... I think that because I bounced off of his head, I wasn't technically in a jumping state. Oh, shit. These frogs, dude. I did not think he was going to come down there. I feel like sometimes this game's, like, jump state detection is a little strange. That is a thing, I feel. Because there are definitely times where I've been jumping, where I definitely feel like... Or not jumping, but there's been times where I've been in the air where something jumped... What the heck was that? Where something jumped into me, into my feet, and it still counted as a hit. I feel like it shouldn't have. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. We got squished by a frog. But next time... We'll simply not do that. See you next time, everybody.